Hey everyone, so here I am, arrived at the beach camping area here in North Conway, New Hampshire. This is my setup. As you can see, got the awning out, got the mat down, couple chairs, my e-bikes, got them locked up together. And if you watched my last video, I talked about the Swagman bike rack, and this is it here. But like I said, I'm going to do a good video on that later. And on the other side, I got my septic hose all the way down, power watchdog, water filter, 2-stage. So there's a nice little camping area. I'm told there are about 120 sites here. So apparently it's some new owners who are putting in some good improvements. And one of the major improvements is right here. And I don't know if you can see that, but they've been improving the Wi-Fi here. And I gotta tell you, my Wi-Fi is absolutely awesome. It is perfect. And you know, so I think it's the best Wi-Fi I've ever had. But the whole campground doesn't have it yet. That's an improvement that is in process. And it just so happens that the repeater that I believe went online yesterday is right next to my rig. So I get that benefit during my stay here. So we're located just south of North Conway and north of Conway, and it's right off the main drag route. I believe it's Route 16, I'm not sure on that, and it's right on the Saco River, which is where I'm headed right now. I'm going to give you a little view through the trees. So that's the Saco River, and during the peak season, and they're just opening up now, during the peak season there's a lot of tubing that goes on here and things of that nature. So I'm going to go down and enjoy the river and probably take a dip. So as you can see, it's not badly spaced out. It's not kind of a small campground. You can basically see the end down here. And if we spin around, right up and around the corner here is the end. There's my rig. We're just going to take a walk down to where all the amenities are, so to speak. Laundry room, the bathroom, and the owner just went by advertising there's a magic show here that's going to occur in a couple minutes. And they seem to do a lot of stuff for kids on the weekend here. So we'll take a walk up here and check out the amenities. And the river is right over there on the other side of that little embankment. Here's a little tent area down here. They have their own little private latrine, separate from the main part of the camp latrine, which we're getting up to here in a minute. So over here in back of me is the pavilion, which is where they're going to have the magic show. This blue building is the main office. And then here's the laundromat. So we'll take a look at that. And I could see, I've never been to this campground, but they're doing a really nice job with the upgrades they're doing. I can see what they're doing. For instance, look at this, is all new steps and asphalt. So they're kind of taking care of the face, which is the office area and things like that. But meanwhile, they're also doing the Wi-Fi, which, as I mentioned earlier, is an outstanding improvement. Probably the best Wi-Fi I've ever had at a campground. So here's the laundry room. You know, coin operated. Looks like it costs $3 to use. At least that's the price. Got some books here. Over here is the office. Here's the one restroom area. There is another, looks like a trailer with a couple bathroom areas for the tents, but this is the main one for the campground. And so here's a shower here. Oh, that one's locked. So here's a shower. Pretty nice, all nicely redone. Here's your propane fill right here. Now the hill goes up, so we're in kind of a hollow here, which goes down to the river. And so this is the men's room. Hello? Here you go. Basic. Nothing fancy. Hello, everybody. Nothing fancy in there. It's a basic bathroom. Gets the job done for those who use the bathrooms. But yeah, it's a, you know, it's a nice campground. Fairly spaced out. You know, I've seen places with a lot more space, especially state and federal parks. But this isn't bad at all. And that river, there is no pool. I will say that. There is no pool here because you have the river. So, with the river, that's the place to go dip. And it's very shallow until you get further in, which takes a little bit. So. Little playground area here. So that's about it for the tour. I think I'll put the drone up tomorrow. It's going to be, right now there's clouds rolling in. The wind's starting to pick up. I don't know if it's going to get bad. But tomorrow's going to be a really nice day. day 3 of my stay at the beach campground here in North Conway, New Hampshire. And I just want to give my little assessment. It's a pretty nice campground. The river is a definite plus for this area. And they have tubing, kayaking, things of that nature on that river. The sites here, as I said earlier, it's about 120 sites, anywhere between 10 to larger rigs such as a 42-foot diesel pusher. The sites range from $40 to $70, and the 70 is riverfront, and they're looking at it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's probably about 10 sites right on the river with a river view, and a lot. Then you have also tent sites, which is more on the lower end of the 40. So $40 to $70 per night. They do have military discounts. I'm not sure about first responder, things like that, but definitely military. You're a mile away from North Conway. So on my e-bike yesterday, I took a ride and went right down into Conway and was able to go to a Walmart nearby. Then you have a whole lot of other stuff in North Conway that is totally accessible. We're on the main road that'll take you all the way to the top of New Hampshire, up to Bretton Woods and beyond. So the campsite itself is pretty nice, right on the river, fairly spacious. It's not like they're one on top of each other, but it's not what you would find in a state park by any stretch. And I don't have much more to say. You know, they have the typical rules. Quiet time is at 10 o'clock or so, and fire's supposed to be out by 11. But other than that, it's a pretty laid back place, and they have a lot of activities for the kids, like the magic show, and they had a animal exhibit also for the kids. So family camping, this place is perfect. Along with, obviously, the river with the kids would be a great place for wading, because a lot of that river is very shallow. One has to work a little bit to get to the deeper water, and by work I mean walk out a little bit to get to the deeper water, and where it is deep isn't all that deep. So if you like these videos, feel free to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And as I always say, all the best to all, and happy hunting.